we're doing Ashtanga, okay? Hopefully you all research what Ashtanga is. Ashta means 8. Anga means limbs. Ashtanga Yoga. It's a 5-sequence practice. We focus on Surya Namaskar A, Surya Namaskar B, the standing sequence, the seated sequence, and the finishing asanas. Well, today, since rain might come, we might just do the standing sequence and Surya Namaskar A and Surya Namaskar B. And at the end, we're going to do a little bit of some Kirtan. Do y'all know what Kirtan is? Y'all know what Kirtan is? Kirtan is when you sing a mantra, okay? So it's just a mantra, a simple mantra, and we sing it, and we're going to do that together at the end of this class, okay? So, are we ready? Are we ready? All right, all right. What I want to let you all know before we begin is it's always supposed to be a trusting relationship between the teacher and the practitioner, okay? Trust me that I'm knowledgeable enough to take you through this practice safely and gently, and then I'm going to trust that you listen to your body. If I say a cue that doesn't feel right to you, don't do it. If I say a cue that puts you in a position to where you feel in pain, back off, okay? Because we really want to focus on the breath, focus on the body, and focus on the mind, okay? Movement is medicine to us, but don't overdo it. Listen to the breath, listen to the body, okay? So it's just gonna be a taste of Ashtanga today. You know when you go to Costco and they give you a little cup and you eat it and you say, that's good. Where did I get that from? Or sometimes you get a cup and you say, I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm not gonna get that again. Hopefully today is a bunch of and not a bunch of ew, okay? So we're gonna love Ashtanga today. I hope that you all have a really good practice. All right. What else do I gotta let you all know before we begin? It's rules to Ashtanga. Let's talk about that before we begin. It's rules to Ashtanga, okay? 3 rules, and it's called the Tristana method. First up, the breath. Deep Ujjayi breaths, in through the nose, out through the nose with a constriction of the throat, okay? If you don't know how to constrict the throat, I want you to hold your hand up in front of your face. Imagine that it's a mirror. Take a deep inhale, exhale, fog that mirror up. That constriction you felt in the throat is what you want to feel when you do the deep inhales, deep exhales. Second thing that I want you to do is always focus on the Uddiyana Bandha. And the Uddiyana Bandha is that deep internal core lock. Pull the belly up and in. And that's going to protect the spine as we go into our forward folds and we go to the left and go to the right. Keep the Uddiyana Bandha intact. Last but not least, the drishti, your focal point. Anytime I say gaze at the fingers, gaze at the toes, gaze at the navel, do that because that'll keep you in concentration during your practice to where you're not looking around and you're not too distracted, okay? All right. Last but not least, I gotta give a shout out to Connor and Hannah for just putting all this together. They are some amazing people. We got some amazing people running Huntsville Yoga Week 2025 and Light On Yoga. When I say light on, you say yoga. Light on, yoga. Light on. Yoga. When I say light on, you say yoga. Light on, yoga. Light on. Okay, I think we ready. I think we're ready. Let's go ahead and come to the top of the mat. Go ahead and come to the top of the mat. And I want you to grab that rectangle card with the words that says the opening mantra. The opening mantra. Grab that card. Grab that card. Now, with the opening mantra, I want to let you know you don't have to chant the opening mantra with me. You can merely listen, okay? Just merely listen. If you don't understand and feel comfortable with these words, merely listen. This is a call and response type style. I say a line, you repeat it back, okay? So we can place one hand at the heart, and you can hold the card in one hand. Otherwise, bring both hands to heart center, lower the gaze, close the eyes. Before we say this mantra, let's do a cleansing breath. Take a deep inhale through the nose, out through the mouth with sound. Take another deep inhale through the nose, out through the mouth with sound. The opening mantra. Take another deep inhale. Exhale for Om. Vande Guranam Charanara Vinde. Vande Guranam Charanara Vinde. Sandar Shita Swatma Sukhavabode. Sandar Shita Swatma Sukhavabode. Nishreya Se Jangale Kayamane. Nishreya Se Jangale Kayamane. Samsara hala hala moha shantiye. Samsara hala hala moha shantiye. Avahu prushakaram. Avahu prushakaram. Shankachakrasidarinam. Shankachakrasidarinam. Sahasara shira samshvetam. Sahasara shira samshvetam. Pranamami patanjalim. Pranamami patanjalim. Bring the arms back down to the side in the pose Samastiti. Let's do 3 Surya Namaskar A. Listen to the cues. Ekam inhale, extend the arms, press the palms, gaze at the thumbs. Dwe exhale, slowly fold, looking inward here. Trini inhale, lift the chin, gaze down the nose. Chaturanga exhale, jump or step it back and slowly lower down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, chin down, hips up, downward facing dog. Beautiful. For 1. Spread the fingers wide, grounding down through the hands and feet. 2. Gaze in the direction of the navel, if the neck allows. 3. Almost there. 4. And 5. Sapta. Inhale. Step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Head is lifted, back is flat. Ashtanga. Exhale. Fold in. Nava inhale, raise the arms above the head, gaze at the thumbs. Exhale, lower the arms, Samasthiti, second one. Ekam inhale, extend. Dwe exhale, fold. Trini inhale, lift. Chaturanga exhale, jump or step it back and slowly lower down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, chin down, hips up, downward facing dog. Beautiful. For 1, 2, 3, 4. One more breath. And 5. Sapta. Inhale. Look between the hands. Step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Head is lifted, back is flat. Exhale. Fold in. Nava inhale. Raise the arms above the head. Gaze at the thumbs. Exhale. Lower the arms. Samastiti. Third one. Ekam inhale. Extend. Dwe exhale. Fold. Trini inhale, lift. Chaturanga exhale, jump or step it back. And slowly lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, chin down, hips up, downward facing dog. Breathe for 1, 2, 3. One more breath. 4 and 5. Sapta. Inhale. Step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Head is lifted, back is flat. Ashtanga. Exhale. Folds in. Inhale, raise the arms above the head, gaze at the thumbs. Exhale, lower the arms. Samastitihi, beautiful. Surya Namaskar B. Ekam, inhale, bend the knees, press the thighs, extend the arms. Utkatasana, gaze at the thumbs. Dway, exhale, slowly fold in. Trini, inhale, lift the chin, gaze down the nose. Chaturanga, exhale, jump or step it back. And slowly lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Supta, inhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Bend the knee, extend the arms overhead, Virabhadrasana A, gaze at the thumbs. Exhale, plant the palms, step the right leg back, and slowly lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Nava, inhale, upward facing. Dasha, exhale, downward facing. Ekadasha, inhale, step the left foot forward. Bend the knee, extend the arms, Virabhadrasana A. Dwardasha, exhale, plant the palms. Step the left leg back and lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Triodasha, inhale, upward facing. Chaturdasha, exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. For 1, 2, breathe. 3, everyone take a deep inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. 4, one more breath. And 5, Panchadasha, inhale, look between the hands. Step, hop, or float to the top. Head is lifted, back is flat. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, bend the knees, extend the arms. Utkatasana, gaze at the thumbs. Exhale, straighten the legs, lower the arms. Samastitihi. Let's recalibrate the breath. Take a deep inhale through the nose, out through the mouth with sound. Take notice of how the body feels. Is the heart rate elevated? Is the breath labored? Recalibrate, recalibrate. Let's start the standing sequence. Padma, inhale, jumper, step the feet hip width distance. Hinge at the hips, catch the big toes. Keep the chin lifted, gaze down the nose. Do a exhale, slowly fold in. For 1, allow the spine to release. Let the head hang. 2, draw the shoulders down the back. 3, gaze down the bridge of the nose. 4, one more breath. And 5, Trini, inhale, lift the chin, gaze down the nose, release the toes for Padahastasana. Ekam, inhale, hands under the feet. Do a exhale, slowly fold. For 1, 2, 3, allow the head to hang. 4, even tuck the chin. And 5, Trini, inhale, lift the chin, gaze down the nose, release the hands from under the feet. And with the flat back, rise back to center. And we can jump or step the feet back together in the pose. Samastitihi, beautiful. Uttita Trikonasana. Ekam, inhale, take a wide step out to the right. And arms are extended. Do a exhale, pivot the right foot towards the back of the mat, hinge at the hips, and allow the hand to fall where it may fall. For 1, open the chest, stack the shoulders. 2, pull the belly in. 3, 4, one more breath. And 5, looking down at that foot, inhale those arms to a T. Pivot that right foot, pivot the left foot. Chaturanga, exhale, other side. For 1, 2, pull the belly in, stack the shoulders. 3, gaze up at the fingers, Hasta Drishti. 3, almost there. 4, beautiful. And 5, looking down at that foot, Inhale, rise back to center. Pivot that left foot center. Now keep the arms at a T. Let's pivot to the back of the mat. Pivot to the back of the mat. Maybe step the left foot out slightly. You don't want to be on a tightrope. Now exhale, hinge at the hip. Cross the center line. Bring the hand to the outside of the foot or the leg. For 1, and maybe we can place that hand reaching to the sky on the lower back. 2, beautiful. 3, and if you place the hand on the lower back, open the chest up towards the sky, twist. 4, one more breath. And 5, looking down at that foot, inhale and cartwheel those arms to a T. Pivot that right foot, now pivot to the top of the mat. Keep the arms at a T, maybe step the right foot out slightly. Now take the right arm, cross the center line. Twist through the spine. Open the chest for 1. If it's too much on the neck and the shoulder, place the hand at the lower back. 2, almost there. 3, we can do it. 4. And 5, looking down at that foot, inhale, cartwheel those arms to a T. Pivot the left foot center. Arms still extended. Paschimottanasana. Pivot the left foot, step the right to meet the left, and release the arms back down to the side. Beautiful. All right. Utthita Paschimottanasana. Inhale, take another wide step out to the right. Arms are extended. Now pivot the right foot, bend the right knee, place the right forearm on top of the thigh, other arm overhead. For 1, open the chest, open the ribs, open the hip up towards the sky. 2, tuck the tailbone, reach. 3, you want to feel the stretch from the fingertips all the way to the edge of the foot. 4, almost there. And 5, looking down at that foot, inhale those arms to a T. Straighten that leg, pivot that right foot center. Now pivot the left foot, bend the knee, exhale, other side. 4, 1, reach. 2, 3, pressing through that heel. 4, one more breath. And 5, looking down at that foot, inhale those arms to a T. Straighten that leg, pivot that foot. Now bring the hands to the waist. Now pivot to the back of the mat. I want you to feel the stretch in the hip flexor here. Take the right hand and place it on the side of the right thigh. Take the left arm up, reach, exhale, twist, and hook that elbow. Hands in prayers pose. Gaze over the right shoulder. For 1. For 2, that back leg is straight as possible. 3, squeeze the thigh. 4, almost there. And 5, looking down at that foot, untwist, cartwheel those arms. Pivot that right foot. Now hands back to the waist. Pivot to the top of the mat. Feel the hip flexor stretch and that right leg. Take the left hand, place it against the outside of the left thigh. Take the right arm, reach, exhale, twist and hook. Hands in prayers pose. Gaze over that left shoulder. For 1, that back leg is straight as possible. 2, we can do it. Twist. 3, almost there. 4, one more breath. And 5, looking down at that foot, untwist, cartwheel those arms. Pivot that left foot. Arms are extended. Paschimottanasana. Pivot the left foot, step the right to meet the left. And release the arms. Let's breathe. Recalibrate the breath. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. We just did a lot of twisting. We used the leg muscles. It takes the breath away. Recalibrate, recalibrate, recalibrate. Virabhadrasana. Inhale, take another wide step out to the right. Hands to the waist. Now hinge at the hips, stop halfway, plant the fingertips or the palms onto the mat. Inhale, lift the chin, gaze down the nose. Very important to lift the chin, gaze down the nose. Exhale, fold in. Allow the spine to release. Maybe tuck the chin for 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe shift the weight to the toes. 1 more breath. And 5, inhale, lift the chin, gaze down the nose, hands to the waist. And with a flat back, rise back to center. Exhale here. B, inhale, extend the arms out to the side. Dway, exhale, hands to the waist. Take the elbows, take the shoulder blades, squeeze them together, gaze up. Exhale, slowly fold in. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades here. Keep elbows together, tuck the chin, allow the spine to release for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chaturanga, inhale, slowly rise back to center. And exhale here. C, inhale, extend those arms out to the side. Dway, exhale, interlace the fingers behind you. Inhale, draw the arms down the back, gaze up. Exhale, slowly fold in. Allow the arms to leave the lower back. And if they don't, it's okay. For 1, maybe press the palms together. See what that feels like. 2, and then maybe allow them to float away. 3, almost there. 4, 1 more breath. And 5, Chaturanga, inhale, slowly rise back to center. And exhale here. D, inhale, release the fingers, hands to the waist. Dway, exhale, hinge at the hips, stop halfway, catch the big toes with the peace fingers. Inhale, lift the chin, gaze down the nose. Exhale, slowly fold in for 1. Draw the elbows towards the thighs, towards the legs, the shins. 2, almost there, we can do it. 3, 4, and 5, Chaturanga, inhale, lift the chin, gaze down the nose. Release the toes, hands to the waist. And with a flat back, rise back to center. We can jump and step our feet together, or you can just pivot the foot and step back to the top of the mat in the pose. Paschimottanasana. Beautiful. Paschimottanasana. Inhale, take another wide step out to the right. Arms are extended. Now, make fists at the lower back. If reverse prayers pose is in your practice, I invite you to come into reverse prayers pose. Otherwise, pivot the right foot towards the back of the mat. Maybe step the left foot out slightly. You don't want to be on a tightrope. Square the chest, square the hips with the back of the mat. And exhale, slowly fold over the leg. Gaze at the big toe. Center the chest for 1, 2, that front leg is straight. 3, and if you can't straighten it, you're probably down a little too low. 4, almost there. And 5, inhale, rise back to center. Pivot that right foot. Now pivot that left foot towards the top of the mat. Chaturanga, exhale, slowly fold. For 1, 2, almost there. 3, we can do it. 4, 1 more breath. And 5, inhale, slowly rise back to center. Pivot that left foot center, arms still in place. Paschimottanasana. Pivot the left foot, step the right to meet the left. Release the arms. And give yourself a few of those shoulder rotations, a few of those wrist rotations, just to get the kinks out. All right, so we've reached a part of the practice that's a very challenging balancing asana. Are we ready? All right, shift all the weight into that left foot. Spread the toes wide of the left foot. Squeeze the thighs, squeeze the glutes. Pull the belly in, lift the chest, hands to the waist. Draw the right knee up. Extend the right toes up. Grab onto that knee. Exhale, fold. For 1, find a focal point on the mat. 2, we can do it. 3, focus. 4, 1 more breath. And 5, Trini, inhale, rise back to center, stabilize. Chaturanga, exhale, that leg out to the side and stabilize. Gaze over the left shoulder. 4, 1, we can do it. 2, focus. 3, almost there. 4, one more breath. And 5, inhale that leg back to center, stabilize. Exhale, slowly fold over that leg. Inhale, back to center. Release the knee, both hands to the waist. Can we extend the leg, point the toe for 1? We can do it. 2, almost there. 3, 4, and 5, Samasthiti. Try not to shake it out. Try not to shake it out. Release. All right. Shifting the weight over to the right foot. Spread the right toes. Squeeze the thigh of the right leg. Pull the belly in. Lift the chest. Hands to the waist. Pop those left toes to the mat. Now lift the left knee. Grab on to the left knee. Find a focal point on the mat. Exhale, fold. For 1, we can do it. 2, almost there. 3, 4, one more breath. And 5, inhale back to center, stabilize. Exhale that leg out to the side. Gaze over that right shoulder for 1, we can do it. 2, focus. 3, stabilize. 4, almost there. And 5, inhale back to center. Stabilize. Exhale, slowly fold. Inhale back to center. Release the knee, both hands to the waist. Can we extend the leg, point the toe for 1, 2, we can do it. 3, 4, and 5. Try not to shake it out. All right, are we ready? Okay. Let's go ahead and take a vinyasa to Utkatasana. Everyone come to the top of the mat. Ekam, inhale, extend the arms, press the palms, gaze at the thumbs. Dway, exhale, slowly fold in, looking inward here. Trini, inhale, lift the chin, gaze down the nose. Chaturanga, exhale, jump or step it back and lower down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Pancha, inhale, upward facing. Shat, exhale, chin down, hips up, downward facing dog. Katasana, Sapta, inhale, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Big toes touch, bend the knees, press the thighs, extend the arms overhead, gaze at the thumbs for 1. Angushta Drishti is the Drishti for the thumbs. 2, bring the pinkies together. Offer flowers up to someone you love. 3, almost there. 4. And 5, exhale, fold in. Inhale, lift the chin, gaze down the nose. Chaturanga, exhale, jump or step it back. And slowly lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Virabhadrasana A, Supta. Inhale, step the right foot forward, in between the hands, bend the knee. Draw the back heel down, extend the arms overhead, gaze at the thumbs for 1. We can do it. 2, sink down through that heel. 3, almost there. 4, one more breath. And 5, inhale, straighten that leg, pivot that right foot, pivot that left foot, bend the left knee, exhale, other side. For 1, gaze at those thumbs. 2, we can do it. 3, strong arms, strong legs. 4, one more breath. And 5, Virabhadrasana B, open the arms, open the chest, open the belly, open the hips. Strong arms, strong legs. Gaze over the fingers. For 2. For 3, tuck the tailbone, pull the belly in. 4, one more breath. And 5, inhale, straighten that leg, pivot that left foot, pivot that right foot, bend that right knee, exhale, other side. For 1, we can do it. 2, focus, we're warriors. 3, warrior pose. 4, almost there, one more breath. And 5, exhale, cartwheel those arms, plant the palms, step the right leg back, and lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, chin down, hips up, downward facing dog. Come to the knees, have a seat. We made it. We made it. Extend those legs out. Let's come into a forward fold. Catch the big toes with the peace fingers. Lift the chin, gaze down the nose. Exhale, fold in. For 1. For 2. For 3. For 4. And 5. Inhale, slowly rise back to center and come into an easy seated pose. Whatever pose feels good for you, an easy seated pose. Let's grab that card. We're going to chant the closing mantra. The closing mantra. So in easy seated pose, we can bring the hands to heart center or hold the card, whatever feels good to you. Lower the gaze, close the eyes. This is a call and response type of style. I will say a line and you repeat it back. Take a deep inhale. Exhale for Om. Om. Swasti Prajabhyaha. Swasti Prajabhyaha Paripalayantyam Paripalayantyam Nayena Margena Nayena Margena Mahimahishaha Mahimahishaha Go Brahmanebhyaha Go Brahmanebhyaha Shubhamastu Nityam Shubhamastu Nityam Lokaha Samastaha Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we all be happy, healthy, and free. And our mind, bodies, and souls, thank you all for practicing with me. Let's take our final resting pose, a 1-minute Sukhasana, which is Shavasana in other yoga language. We're going to take a quick Sukhasana. So lie all the way back. Allow the palms to face the sky. Allow the legs and the feet to splay out like pages of a book. Soften the face. Unclench the jaw. And allow the body to just melt into the mat. No more fight, no more force. Receive all benefits from today's practice. Let's start to awaken the body by wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. Maybe bring the arms overhead for a total body stretch. And maybe we can roll to our side using our arm as a pillow. And we can use our leg And our arm to push us up into a seated position. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. So before we end this practice, I want to do a little bit of some Kirtan, okay? A little bit of Kirtan. So go ahead and grab that card that has those asanas on the front. Flip that card over to the back. Flip that card over to the back. Now, this is a mantra that we're going to sing, okay? It has the meaning of the mantra at the bottom if you're interested to know what that is. Okay, I usually do my Kirtan after I finish my practice, and it just brings joy, it just brings upliftment, it makes you happy, it has a really good tune to it. We're going to do it together, okay? We're going to have us a little yoga concert in this piece today, okay? All right, so I'm going to say the first line first. I'm going to say it 2 times just so you can hear what it sounds like. And then I'm going to say a line. I want you to repeat it back to me, okay? So it goes like this. Let's go ahead and turn the music off or down. Good. All right. So tune goes like this. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. So I'm going to say a line, repeat it back to me, okay? Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Y'all feel good with that? Okay. Second line. Radha Rama Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Radha Rama Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. I'm going to say a line, repeat it back. Radha Rama Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Radha Rama Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Okay, let me find out y'all can sing. Okay, all right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to do it together. The first line, 2 times together. Second line, 2 times together. And we're going to go through it 2 times. Okay, so y'all get that? First line, 2 times. Second line, 2 times. Then we're going to do it again. Everybody got that? Are we ready for this concert? Are we ready for this concert? All right. If you want to, snap your fingers. Because we need some instruments, okay? Because we usually have some yoga instruments, all right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radha Rama Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Radha Rama Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radha Rama Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Radha Rama Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. All right, good. That was fun, okay? All right, so I'll leave you with keep practicing. Keep practicing, keep practicing. Yoga isn't just the asanas, okay? It's the whole 8 limbs. I hope that you really love this Ashtanga practice. Look up Ashtanga, okay? If you really want to get into your asana practice, I'm telling you, Ashtanga is where it's at. It's where it originated from, okay? This is where yoga came from, is from Ashtanga, okay? I like to keep it, I just like to make sure that when I practice yoga that I really do it and do it the right way and to where we are paying respects to the lineage, okay? So with that being said, keep practicing. I hope you all enjoyed your time and I hope you all had a beautiful practice. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And I hope to see you all again. Light on yoga. When I say light on, you say yoga. Light on. Light on. All right.
Let's give it up for the amazing Crystal.